with the Commodores.
In the beginning, before the Commodores made a lot of money, I was going into my senior year in college, and my daddy and my mama said, you need to get out that group because they're not going anywhere. 6 months later, they had a record contract. Commodores come rolling through town with Mercedes, and I'm sitting there going, I can't go. My mom and daddy said I had to finish school.
The Commodores' loss was radio's gain. Tom Joyner and his high-energy cast of characters are heard by over 5 million listeners coast to coast and around the world each weekday. But as we'll see, the Tom Joyner Morning Show does more than entertain. It's also been a catalyst for social change. Believe it or not, all of this energy, fun, and excitement is the foundation for the #1 urban radio show in the country.
Myra, you're a mom.
All right. That's how I get to be a mom.
It's the Tom Joyner Morning Show, and it's broadcast live over 95 stations and the Armed Forces Radio Network each weekday. While it may appear to be nothing but chaos, and I won't talk about your hairstyle.
No, I gave it up. When you gonna give yours up?
The program's carefully crafted blend of entertainment, humor, and social commentary has captured the attention of black listeners.
Hey, Atlanta, look at you in the Civic Center.
At the center of it all is the program host, Tom Joyner. Even after over 20 years in the business, Joyner is amazed by the reaction of his listeners.
I can't believe it. I love it, but I'm always amazed. Monica, we do a radio show. People get up early in the morning to come to the road shows, mostly women, and they're dressed and they drag their men down, their children, and it's a party when we kick at 6.
Now in his late 40s, Tom Joyner is no overnight success story. He began his radio career immediately after graduating from Tuskegee Institute in his hometown of Tuskegee, Alabama.
Good morning. This is Tom Joyner and the morning team kicking it.
Joyner made headlines in the mid-'80s when he accepted simultaneous positions as morning drive man at KKDA-FM in Dallas and afternoon drive man at WGCI-FM in Chicago. His daily round-trip commute between the two cities earned him national publicity. It also earned him a nickname, the Fly Jock, and recognition as the hardest-working man in radio. Why in the world would you do that?
Greed. Straight up.
But it got you publicity from People magazine to, you name it, you were in.
It got me on this show. It got me in Atlanta with a syndicated show. It was a stepping stone. It was a turning point in my career.
What toll did that take on you personally?
Well, it took a toll. Yeah, I'm divorced. My back's not so good, and that was the price. That was the price I paid.
Joyner has 2 sons, both of whom are in their 20s. Your brother, Albert, has these 2 darling daughters, and his wife, Danita, was telling me you never forget a birthday.
No.
You send flowers. You call them.
Right.
And you're not Uncle Tom.
No, I can't be an Uncle Tom. No, I can never be Uncle Tom. I'm Uncle Happening.
After 8 years of the grueling back-and-forth 2-city schedule, Joyner was hired by ABC Radio Networks to host the morning show in 1994. The show can be heard locally on KISS 104.7 FM. Early last month, Joyner and company brought the show to the Atlanta Civic Center to celebrate the opening of the National Black Arts Festival.
I know that with this national show, what it has taught me, that our black community nationally is very small. It's small because of everything that we share in common. No matter if it's an African American person in Miami or Chicago, Atlanta or Los Angeles, we all have the same things in common. We laugh about the same things. The same thing affects our lives.
How would you explain the Tom Joyner Show to somebody?
We try to entertain, to empower.
I hear your mama has so many children, the birth certificate read, "We the people."
We laugh and we joke a lot. And we figure if we can get people to laugh and joke, they'll listen. While they're laughing and joking and listening, we can get something in there that will make them want to make a change.
It's not really radio, it's social work.
Yeah, I guess you could call it that. You know, Monica, that's what black radio used to be. Radio was the voice that got black people together to do the things that we now know was the civil rights movement. That's what black radio did. And that's how I was raised in black radio. That's all I know.
The morning show does provide news and information that black listeners would be hard-pressed to find anywhere else. Joyner has used the popularity of his program to address social issues. In March of this year, he created the Tom Joyner Dollars for Scholars Foundation to help deserving students continue their education at historically black colleges and universities. To date, listeners and sponsors have contributed nearly $150,000. Joyner and his audience also have taken on Christie's auction house in New York over the proposed sale of what was described as slavery memorabilia.
You and I know ain't nothing memorable about slavery. We got on the air and we said, here's Christie's phone number. If you don't like what they're doing, give them a call. We got a call from the Christie's people about a half hour. They said, who are you? Because we're not heard in New York. Who are you? I don't know who you are, but just stop the phones. We are shut down. We can't do anything. If you just please stop, we'll do whatever you want. We want auction this stuff off. And so they did.
Tom used the same approach against Katz Radio Group, a media giant whose AmCast division sells advertising time for thousands of radio stations. AmCast had issued a memo advising advertisers not to buy commercial time on minority radio stations, that the advertisers needed, quote, prospects, not suspects, to hear their commercials.
That's institutional racism straight up. They came to the table. And what we were able to get from them, I think, is probably the biggest impact that we've had so far in any campaign we've done.
You are passionate about this.
Very.
And it comes from where?
Tuskegee. My town taught me that there's nothing that you can't do. If you can dream it, you can do it. My town taught me a can-do attitude.
Tom Joyner, how do you want people to remember you? What is your legacy?
That he was a hard-working man, sweating over the microphone every day, having some fun and trying to make a difference.
Tom Joyner's latest goal is to bring his show to television. We'll let you know how that develops.